Okay, hey everybody, this is LMP Games, and welcome back to the next episode of our First Impression series. As you can probably see, we're going to be checking out Deliver Us Mars today. I don't know much about this game, other than that I think it's a walking sim. So, let's see, Star-Rich Mars sci-fi female protagonist. Made by Keoken? Maybe Keoken Interactive, published by Frontier Foundry. Haven't heard of either of those before. Oh, so it's a sequel to Deliver Us the Moon. Okay. Wait, have I played Deliver Us the Moon? I have, okay. Yeah, this is... So, I wonder if it's gonna be like this one was. I'm pretty sure this was a... Oh, wait, do I even remember this game properly? I remember this game properly. Oh yeah, okay, this one. I was thinking of something else, but I remember this one. Yeah. So it's kind of an adventure, action adventure game, puzzles, walking sim kind of thing. As far as I remember, there aren't any like combat mechanics. There's no like gun or anything like that. As far as I remember, been a while since I played it. 2019. So this is a sequel to that. Okay, cool. Well then, I guess we will go ahead and jump in and see what we get. See what we're in store for. I always forget on the new ones I need to drop the audio from the second channel. Okay, so that'll be mixed a little bit there, but that's fine. Okay. That's something I forgot to do on some of the more recent, not recent, but like I think maybe Tiny Tina's Wonderland and a couple around that period of time. I forgot to change the audio settings, so they got the game audio was on top of the mic as well, so kind of annoying. But okay, options. Let's have a look here. Accessibility. Let's stop here. So we got accessibility settings, supposedly. I don't like to see subtitles there. Color per character and subtitles. That's okay. This is probably yeah. This might be. I consider this to be a accessibility option. Subtitles are not accessibility options. So overall, toggle climbing axe. Instead of holding down the button, you just have to click and toggle. Okay. They're climbing with one button. Okay. So these two, I would say, are accessibility settings. Everything else on this list so far is not. They're just general settings that have nothing to do with accessibility. Or at least they have not been labeled that. They technically are, sort of, but it's a cop-out because you're just putting a regular setting that's already going to be in the game somewhere, like in a general gameplay section, into accessibility and saying, oh hey, we got accessibility settings. This is really, I think this and this are probably maybe this one. Because actually toggle is already, toggle would be something you would already have. So I think the start climbing with one button and the color per character and subtitles are both the only real accessibility options here. Everything else is just a regular option shoved in this menu. So I'm not going to knock off for that because they do have actual accessibility options, but I'm not going to give them a point for it either. Let's see what else we got. Graphics, audio, credits, audio. That's a lot of audio sliders. What the hell? So you can change the individual sound volumes in cinematics too. Okay, that's cool. Which means the cinematics are all in-game. it's cool, but now I'm asking. Now my question is why? You know, if it's like this, then it's obvious the cinematics are all done in engine, right? So what's the point of having these separated from the other options, right? You should just have one set of options, and that should apply to everything. That's weird. I mean, why would you want to have a different dialogue volume for cinematics versus non-cinematics? You wouldn't. So they probably implemented these features and they didn't really need to. That said, let's see. Master volume will stay there. I'm gonna drop this down to 75. Drop this down to 90. Gonna apply my usual stuff with these. Just to balance things a bit better. You have a streaming one? What the hell? What the? To approach loudness guidelines. What? Who gives a crap about loudness guidelines? How there's got to be no such thing as loudness guidelines. The hell? I have never heard of such a thing. I'll put it on speakers. Okay, graphics, what do we got? Shading or shadow? Shadow's on high. We'll leave it on high, I guess. Frame rate limit. We're gonna lock this to, what the hell? You can go all the way up to 360. Interesting. I'm gonna lock this to 60. Oh, motion blur, get fracked. Grooms. High-end hair rendering per strand. That seems like it would be a massive performance hog. Which is why it's probably turned off by default. Which is a good, it's good, you know, that is good, what's the fracking term for it? Awareness of, you know, what the setting is and what it'll do. Okay, let's hit apply on that. So we are on 4K, borderless. Upscaling is temporal AA. I would recommend never using DLSS. DLSS is crap in a lot of cases. DX11. Camera shake. That's fine. Gameplay. Okay, general kind of standard options. Nothing too surprising, nothing too unexpected. Let's go ahead and start. Interesting, so you can't have multiple save games. That's interesting. I wonder why that is. I wonder why that is. I thought it was Mars at first or something, but it's actually the Earth forming and evolving. Okay.
Beep, beep. Beep.
Those rocket horns. You gotta make sure you got those on you.
Have the coffee. Hello, Earth to Kathy. Hello, little explorer.
Hey.
Now, I finally managed to get you a new one.
Yeah!
But before I give it to you, you have to promise to take better care of him.
Okay.
Better than the ones that you destroyed before.
The
I
ones, the
promise.
multiple ones.
A moon bear for my moon bear.
I'm almost ready, Kathy. Give me 5 minutes to get into my wetsuit.
Don't overdo it, honey. School and work never stops. Just pace yourself.
No, I know. I just lost track of time. Plus, the subject matter. Fascinating.
Father and daughter, I guess. Promise?
Yes.
Okay, so we're controlling the kid. So we got walk, strafe, look around, crouch, and run. Okay. Have to interact. Oh, we actually see and rotate stuff around. Interesting. So some kind of remote controlled thing, I guess. Or radio controlled thingamabomb. Okay. Moon Bear. Star Maker. It's like a launch facility. Moonman Bundle. First Contact. AR Crossing. Or Far Crossing. Volume 1. With the fate of the world... Oh, it's over here too. Fate of the world at stake, brave astronaut travels to the moon's mission and escape the lunar colony's mysterious radio sounds. On the abandoned station, he finds clues an old friend may still be alive on the lunar surface. Will the astronaut make it off the derelict station to the moon? Author stationed together at Copernicus Moon Hub. Author Conrad von Sajic and artist Amira Torkar conceived Moonman suspenseful thriller using their surroundings as direct inspiration. It kind of sounds like the first game, right? Found my first comic. We got over here WSA posters for humanity for the future. Claire Johansson, Picto High School deadline coming up. Finish your document trolley problem explained today for early submission. Still my center of gravity, which level is. Got some decent graphics going on. Don't know what engine it's running on, if it's anything commercially available or if it's a custom engine. But it's doing a fairly good job on the stuff. Mom, Claire, Kathy. That's not doing so good.
Great property, just 15 minutes from the new campus.
We must have earned a free loyalty relocation at this point.
Lizzie, another one of these seasons and this entire area will be a desert.
Can we just hold off until the kids are done with school and I actually finish a residency for once?
I'm just trying to keep us safe.
Honey, the kids have a dad that commutes to the moon. Safe means something else to them. I want to give them just a bit of normalcy, okay?
Right.
Interesting.
Mummies and daddies are allowed to do this.
Breaking news as we go live to the southern border of Colorado in the United States, where fighting has erupted between refugees and border troops. President Van Zandt has denounced the violence, stating that...
Weren't you going to go snorkeling with Claire?
Guys, that's a smooth move.
Okay, let's go, Kathy.
Spectacular dive, honey.
Thanks.
Such an athlete.
So I wonder if they're trying to get off the planet because they believe there's some kind of war coming. We got over here. Can't go in there.
You're taking Moonbear snorkeling?
Yes.
Claire, please look after her. There's still a lot of debris floating around.
I know, Dad. Don't worry. Come on.
Character models aren't too high quality.
Okay, bye, Dad. Love you. Better get us in the water quick before Dad catches you. Come on.
Vegetable chips. Random just stuff. Leaves and things. They have a the hell? They have a telescope in their grain silo. Okay. Some kind of rockets thing.
Kathy, what did I say?
But Moonbear wants to go snorkeling too.
Bring me the bear, you little troublemaker.
No.
I swear, you get this cheekiness from your mother, not from me.
Come on, Kathy, jump in.
Well, if you take the bear back, what happens? Oh, nothing, okay. So you're supposed to be, pain in the arse, I guess. And destroy Moonbear yet again. Okay. Interesting transition.
Can you hear me?
Dad?
Right. I'm going to get you out of there now, okay? Come on.
Dad?
It's all right. I'm here.
Ayla.
Ayla. AUC unit 72633-R. Ownership transfer authorization 170544. Isaac Johansson. Say your name, darling.
Kathy Johansson.
Whatever happens, you must keep Ayla close to you at all times. Never let her out of your sight, all right? That's okay. I've got you.
What the heck?
We must be very quiet, okay?
No.
Just listen to me. You have to go. You have to go.
So, are they on our
How are your
moon
legs?
base?
Can you walk?
Where's Moonbear?
We don't have time for that now, darling.
I want Moonbear.
I think it's somewhere in this room. Be quick.
Like a cryopod or something? I missed the date. Scripting mate. Request conditions have been met. MTP connection has been reestablished. Protocol. Wake cryopod. Isaac Johansson activated. Yeah, so we're in cryo sleep. Wonder why.
Go find Moonbear, quickly.
There we go.
Found it.
Great. Now come to me. I need your help, Moonbear. There's a button on the other side of the room. When it turns on, I need you to press it, okay?
Okay.
This thing?
Now, Moonbear.
Ah. Okay.
That's it. Okay, it's time to go.
Interesting. Yeah, I missed the, what the hell?
Stay low, darling. Don't let them see you. Okay, let's go.
What the hell's going on? I missed the date.
Okay,
So I don't know how
listen
much.
carefully, darling. In the room on the other side of the vent up there is Ace.
Rose's ace?
Yes, we need to take him with us and get him back to her.
Ace likes me best. After Rosa.
Absolutely. That's why I need you to climb up there and call him over to you. Quietly. Okay?
Okay.
They're not taking us with them. Don't you see that? They're leaving the visitor group here. We're...
So they were all planning to abandon Earth?
Let's tell the team we've got the Lunar Council AZ in our hands. We need to see more of these holograms.
Ace. Ace, it's me. Hi. Follow me.
This is a weird situation going on.
What are you doing?
ASC unit number 67354-N. Initiate transfer protocol. Lunar Council override. Isaac Johansson. Code 170544.
Ace isn't like this.
It's okay. He doesn't know we're taking him back to see Rosa. Isaac Johansson. We've got to hurry, Moonbear. They're probably looking for us now.
Dad, my legs hurt.
Come, I'll carry you.
So it's sometime in the future, they're on the moon, and something weird's going on.
Claire! Dad! That was Claire!
Hey!
Why are you running away?
If Claire catches us, they'll take me far away from you.
Where are we going?
We're going to Outward, Moonbear. Together.
Oh, what the hell? Glitch there.
Yes, it's working. Wait,
It's a ship.
why isn't Vita's
maybe?
door opening? Come on. Come on! Moonbear, please understand. If Daddy goes back to Earth with Claire, you and I will never be allowed to see each other again. We have to board the ship before it leaves without us.
Alright, what did you do?
I need to get that door open. Follow me, quick.
Damn it! Stephanie, find another way inside the launch dome.
Automated launch sequence initiated. Board Arcvita immediately. Departure imminent.
How the hell did they get over there so fast? Or have I just been wandering around over here that long?
Get to the door room. I'm almost through. Come on. Coming, move.
What the hell?
There! Stop! No!
Let me go!
Alert. Launch sequence initiated. Clear blast chamber. Alert. Launch sequence initiated. Clear blast chamber.
Dad!
They're certainly setting up a heck of a friggin' story. Yeah, so all the atmosphere is being vented.
Control room!
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it was like a ship or a rocket or something. Damn. Those are some crazy ass engines. I like how the sound drops off really fast. Yeah, you wouldn't have noises in space. Really. Over Mars. Like you might feel vibrations while it's inside of that structure, potentially, but you wouldn't hear anything, I don't think. So that's kind of cool. Witnessed your father leaving without you. Went out to get milk and never came back. So I wonder what he did something, obviously, right? He did something he wasn't supposed to, and he's trying to get away. I'm guessing this is on Earth. answers the question. Cape Canaveral. 2068. Okay. This is like what, probably 10 years later or something?
What do you think, Ayla? Reckon we'll get a few more months out of this relic? Yeah, me neither.
Are you done yet? I feel like you should have been done ages ago.
If your butt is starting to hurt from the car seat, you're welcome to come up here and help me.
Huh? No, I'm good. Besides, I wouldn't be much help anyway.
You're right. You wouldn't.
Listen, MPT systems are for nerds.
Okay. Okay, bro. Just be honest. You're feeling too threatened by me and my super brain.
Super brain.
Super brain of yours still needs to be chaperoned to every MPT dish by a senior staff member like me. Remember?
Wait, did you finally admit that you're old?
Whatever.
Anyway, I'm
There's
nearly
a lot
done.
of dust.
Just have to cut out some plating that's obstructing the beam's waveguide. Can you let Moonhub know the dish is ready to
Oh, we got
receive?
Already did.
footprints.
Don't forget to hook the stream points back up to the receivers.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Do we need to go up? No. Fix the MPT dish. Clear the obstruction. So has this stuff just been sitting here rusting away and not being used all this time, and that's why there's all this dust everywhere? Sand everywhere, it's kind of built up over the years. Cape Canaveral. Is that what I'm thinking? Is that what I think it is, Cape Canaveral? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's where the Kennedy Space Center's at. That's where all the a lot of the more recent important launches have happened at. Yeah, so that's in Florida. Okay. So that's where we're at then. Interesting. What the hell? We have space juice going into this thing apparently. Oh yeah, there it is there. The launch pad. One of them anyway. So is this like one of those over there? Okay. So I wonder if we're like aligning it somehow. Or attempting to. Oh, I do have a quick descend. Okay, so you can't just cut it wherever you want to. You don't have to be extremely precise either, okay, so that's good.
Alright, now let's get the street points hooked up and then we're done.
Stream points. Guess we just follow the ladders and such. This cable, maybe.
Let me hook up these stream points and I'll be right there.
Interesting. Maintenance saves lives, microwave, power transmission. Ah, MPT, gotcha. There's something about microwave power transmission in the first game, I think. Somewhere. So we can't go in here. Ah. So I think we need to aim this over here, right? Like I see what to do.
How did people cope before Stream Tech? Must have been a mess of cables snaking around entire living rooms.
I remember it well. Good times.
Okay, just gotta find the receiver point to connect it to.
Actually, what I think we need to do is this. Because we can't access that one from over here, so we have to essentially cross the streams. Gotta do what we're not supposed to do here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now what? Head back to the WSA. Go to Ryan. Oh, down here.
This is the third site I've had to hook up to a stream point. These dishes shouldn't be running on emergency power.
Yeah, along with everything else in this place.
These smaller Casgrain antennae can't withstand another thermal shock. Not with the prolonged power traffic that's passing through them.
You realize no one understands what you're saying, right?
Come on, even you know what a cyclotron wave rectifier is.
Okay, now you're just making up words. Hop on.
On, not in. What the hell? Kind of weird.
Are we still doing drinks after this?
Claire almost choked me to death last week for giving the beer. Listen, your sister might not be big, but when it's something that concerns you, that woman can kill a lion with her bare hands.
So that's a yes on the drinks. Hello?
Hold on. I got a message that I've been asked to go to Maria right away, apparently for some classified emergency meeting.
Maria? Oh, then it must be really serious. Can I tag along?
No.
You only have to smuggle me past security, and then once I'm in, I'll just...
No.
Fine.
I know that fine.
Claire? You going to that meeting at Maria's?
That meeting you're not invited to? Yeah.
Please, Claire, if you just let me through security, then I'll just, you know...
I really have to go. Perhaps you can phone Ryan about it.
I'll just hear about it later. It's fine.
So I wonder if that one dish is aligned to the moon. Very robust construction around it.
Restless again lately.
Really? What happened to that diplomatic golden tongue of yours?
Didn't seem to work anymore. This is your stop.
Is it?
It is. Just let the grown-ups handle this secret meeting first.
Okay, that was uncalled for.
Just wanted to make sure you're not still gonna try anything dumb to get in.
I won't.
Don't even think about it.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm gonna try something smart to get in.
All right, let's go find another way into Maria's office.
Yeah, exactly.
That's called lying, Ayla. Let's go.
Fair, sacks, material, and equipment. Oh, so you can scan stuff to learn about it, I guess. Only specific things, though, it seems. Can't interact with that character. This is a kind of a strange, interesting game. It almost doesn't feel like a finished game. Like, it feels like something in early access. But I don't think this game is in early access, though. Can't really interact with anybody, it seems. Can't go that way, I guess we gotta go in. Every once in a while, the probe, yeah, there we go. The probe seems to jump around. Interesting. This game has some glitches.
The museum. Yeah, we can cut through here to Maria's. Might be fun to have a look around too. Not been here in ages.
Some kind of rover. Place has been closed for a while, it seems.
In 2041, the lunar MPT dish helped diminish the planet's energy crisis by massively increasing energy yields. After the Great Blackout of 2054 and the instigation of Mission Fortuna, Rolf Robertson made his way to the moon base to restart the MPT, giving his life in the process.
The WSA really is trying their best to help our world with our energy needs. I'm sure we'll get to help the entire population someday.
So that must have been the first game then, so okay.
Microwave power technology is a revolutionary form of energy absorption and distribution. The lunar MPT, along with the 42 Earth-based MPT receivers, helped stop the growing energy crisis of the 2030s.
MPTs. My jam. I got absolutely fascinated by it when I saw my dad working on it every day. He really saved this planet when he designed this.
That's kind of trippy how that works. We're all spacesuited from the moon. Journey outfit. The journey this outfit has gone through, one can only dream of being part of such a legendary mission.
After the success of Mission Fortuna, Claire Johansson spearheaded Mission Vestia to provide manpower to the lunar MPT and bring Rolf's body back home.
Huh.
Claire and her team discovered WSA software engineer Sarah Baker critically injured in cryosleep. Isaac Johansson, one of the 3 Lunar Council members and core Outward instigators, took the last arc and escaped.
That's the last time I saw Dad.
Outworld instigators.
I'm fine. Just remembering it always feels... I'm fine.
So I'm guessing this is the people that died. Actually, I wonder if this is something like maybe backer names or something like that. No, I think this is backer names, yeah. Essentially, or maybe Patreon or something, I don't know. It's not something outside of the game. Rosa Lavard, William MacArthur, and Isaac Johansson.
Devised by the Lunar Council members sometime before the Great Blackout, Project Outward saw the evacuation of nearly all Moonbase residents on board 3 large spacefaring vessels known as ARCs. The location of the traitorous council members, as well as the rest of the Moonbase crew, remains unknown.
My dad designed and built most of the arcs that they used. Like almost everything else here at the WSA. It was supposed to be an escape plan for the colony if something ever went wrong.
Some kind of portrait thing. Interesting. It's a wall of heads from Futurama.
After the Great Blackout catapulted the Earth back into an energy crisis, Claire Johansson, Maria Gonzalez, and Rolf Robertson undertook Mission Fortuna, a manned rocket mission to discover the blackout's cause. Robertson, under the guise of Johansson and Gonzalez, refueled and reconnected the MPT dish.
Claire really had such a big hand in reviving the WSA.
I thought there was more back there than just that. Okay.
Ayla, give that door a try and see if we get lucky. Well, worth a try. Oh, hi, Mark.
Don't mind if I do.
Looking good, sis.
They really need to change these. I look nothing like that anymore.
Are you joking? You look so good still.
Thanks, I try.
You? Trying anything? Yeah, right. I meant that, like,
Thanks.
you never have to
Come on, Alex.
try. Are you headed to Maria's office?
Why?
Oh, I'm just going the same way, so... Hey, I was just looking at a few of the Mission Fortuna exhibits on my way over here.
That's good.
How long were you actually stationed on the moon?
I was on the space station, mostly.
Ah, right. Yeah, that's why I never saw you on the surface, I guess.
I saw you.
Oh, really?
When I did software upgrades for Rosa's ASE.
Oh, yeah, Ace.
No, ASE.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean... I named it Ace because I didn't get that ASE was an acronym, so I just kept calling it Ace, and Rosa would just start doing that too. It's kind of a confusing name, I guess.
Right.
Yours is named Alex, right?
Where are you headed to?
Wait, you didn't answer my question yet.
Question?
About how long you were stationed on the moon.
Cameron.
You want the
Getting in the way of things.
The forced cryosleep or without?
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
I really just need to get to the meeting, Kat.
I just wanted to apologize for what happened with my dad. I know he didn't mean what he did. I think that's why he tried to save you on the moon.
Save me? Your dad did not... Kathy, I don't want to be disrespectful, but what your dad and the Lunar Council did, they left us here to rot. They committed the worst crimes imaginable against humankind and our planet. They deserve to be punished for what they've done.
Am I interrupting something?
No?
No.
Thanks to an entire backlog of precedents, I know not to be surprised to see you here.
I made it this far. You might as well just let me.
No.
Maria's gonna be on video. You might as well.
No!
Okay, I bet you guys rehearsed that.
We totally did.
Run at work.
I like being a rebel. Let's go.
6 years.
What?
On the moon. It was 6 years. I'm sorry I didn't answer your question earlier.
Right. Thanks.
I didn't even know we were supposed to come this way. Lightsaber in a ring, apparently. I'm supposed to get back to there. Oh, there we go. It's kind of old machine shop or something. Ah. Okay. Got it. Now what? Okay, up here. I guess. Where the hell are we going? Yeah, I'm sure that made no noise. It's kind of weird. God damn it. Okay. So how are you supposed to get it to there? Oh, we have to push. We have to throw the bot up there. Okay. Come on. Just notice the control eyelet thing there. Wow, okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, we don't have to go back over there. Alright, so control. Oh, wow, okay. So actually can become the bot. So we can carry stuff. We have a flashlight. Supposedly. Doesn't seem to work though.
We need line of sight on that conversation, Layla.
Let's go.
Absolutely certain.
The DSC team triple-checked it. The signal was sent through a WSA communication device.
So it must be them.
Yes. We feel that we can safely assume that Project Outward sent this signal directly to us, intentionally.
I can't believe it. They're on Mars?
Seemingly have been for the last 13 years.
Damn.
Closer than any of us could have imagined.
You okay? Can't imagine this must be easy to hear with everything.
I'm fine, I'm fine. I assume we can finally justify mission Opera then?
Mission Opera?
Since we pulled Sarah and Kathy from the moon, we've been formulating a contingency plan, should we discover Outward's location.
During Mission Vestia, we found indications that the 3 ARC vessels Outward used to leave the moon weren't just for transportation. Our information leads us to believe these 3 ARCs actually form a trine, a completely self-reliant settlement.
But why reach out? Why now? Is it a distress signal or an invitation?
Doesn't matter. Mission Opera has only one objective.
Bring the ARCs and their revolutionary technology back home.
We should analyze the distress signal. Maybe we can determine the encryption used.
We're working on it as we speak. I can enable terminal access in the back office. See what you make of it. Ada, quick. Find a way inside that room.
So the ARCs have technology that they don't know how to reproduce.
Perfect. Ada, stay right there.
What you're about to hear cannot leave this room. Understood?
What the hell?
Ada? What are you...
I don't need to sugarcoat the current state of things for any of you. The atmosphere continues to deteriorate at an alarming rate. The lunar MPT may be alleviating the planet's energy needs to a degree, but energy is the least of our concerns right now. Rising CO2 levels are killing off a myriad of species of flora and fauna every week. The truth of the matter is that our home is becoming just as uninhabitable as any other planet. We need those ARCs. Now. Claire, I need you to lead this mission. Assemble a team and bring those ARCs back. You have a few months to prep. We cannot afford further delay.
I understand. I'd like to start by including Ryan and Sarah as part of the team. Not only do they excel in their respective fields, they're vital to me personally. I trust them both in my life.
That leaves one more position to be filled.
Yes.
Hey. Hi. At the risk of sounding like an idiot, I think we should take Kathy.
What?
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 She was leagues above the other graduates in our program.
I was like,
You
what?
mean the only class of astronauts that we've had in the past 10 years?
It doesn't change the fact that she aced nearly every exercise, sometimes even doubling my scores. I know you want to keep her out of this, but she's the best MPT engineer we've got. We need her expertise. And look, I will deny ever saying this under oath, I might add. Kathy's the most talented individual the WSA is working for them. Apart from you two. And me, of course.
We're not seriously discussing this, are we? I mean, she has no prior experience. She's a complete risk to the mission.
Sarah's right. Kathy shouldn't be part of the team. There are too many factors involved.
Hey, Maria. Can I come in, please?
Seriously?
Please, Claire, let me be a part of the mission.
Were you eavesdropping?
Yeah, and I'm sorry for that, but Claire, you know I've proven myself to the WSA. 2 concurrent science degrees, majored in stream tech, top marks in the astronaut training program like Ryan said. Thanks for the kind words, by the way, mate.
Sure.
And you need my MPT expertise. Please, Claire, with you by my side, I know I can do this. We can do this.
Plus, there's only like, what, 3 other trained astronauts to choose from? So...
I think you should take her on the team, Claire.
What?
What?
Nice.
She's one of the most qualified people we have at the WSA. However, the final say is yours, of course.
Okay, Kathy. Ryan's last argument was severely lacking.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I believe you'll do everything you can to guarantee the mission's success. Right, Kat? Of course.
Now I would like to go over the minutia for the mission with Claire, Sarah, and Ryan. Can you let us handle this without listening in this time?
Oh, well, seeing as I'm now...
Kathy.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Of course.
So I wonder if that 2069 nice. I wonder if that transmission where it says Moonbear, I wonder if that's only being translated through her particular ASC. Because I don't think that made, I don't think they heard that on their end of it. And her Aya, whatever her name is, was like freaking out and doing weird things. Well, that transmission was playing.
You all snug in there, Ayla? Need anything? Cup of coffee? Magazine? You diva.
You look nervous.
And that amuses you?
No. Just seeing you, you're proud. Hey, that scar on Sarah's stomach, is that the one Dad gave her? Yeah, why? Just curious.
Knock, knock. We ready? Let's go.
Yeah?
Okay. These remind me of the motion cores from.
Copy that. Transport is ready for you.
How's everyone feeling?
Good.
Of course you did.
Portal.
You didn't?
Yeah, sure.
How about you two?
Good.
Fine.
With knowledge we prevail, protect and prosper. Through labor we grow. That's kind of red faction-y. Want to be the first one on? Fine.
Here we go. No turning back.
Nope. Hey, you know what I still think about?
What?
How come we get to live in better conditions than the people in the shanty town? How is that possible?
Pure probability. Geographically and demographically, we were born in the right place at the right time. They weren't so lucky. Right. Oh, they really don't seem to want us to go. No. But considering the amount of time...
Jeez.
You okay?
Yeah, just a bit startled.
Are they insane? They're not helping anyone by trying to hurt us. Don't they understand that we're doing this to save them?
Those people will be on the MPT waiting list until the day that they die. If you saw the WSA using so many resources to send 4 people to space, you'd be angry too.
Fair.
They don't understand. But when we bring the arcs back, they will.
Or they won't.
Or they won't.
I mean, they might, and I hope they do, but we're promising something that might not happen, even if we do bring back the arcs.
Hope springs eternal in the human breast. That's the way I choose to view it.
Alexander Pope. The soul, uneasy and confined from home, dreams of a life to come.
Look at you knowing your poetry.
What can I say? I'm not just a pretty face.
Okay. Take a look at this view. Whoa. Never ceases to amaze, right?
And we got a rocket.
It's a shame we couldn't build her properly.
What?
With all these shortages of materials, it really is a miracle that this thing is here at all.
You could have mentioned this in all these months of prep that we're flying economy class.
No, I didn't want to worry you.
Except for right before we're taking off.
Seemed only fair to disclose it now.
Sure, sure.
If Claire believes we can use her for the mission, we should trust her.
I believe Zephyr 3 will handle the mission just fine.
Zephyr 3. But I'm the 1 and 2. Got their own version of the crawler. Smaller, I think. A lot smaller. So everything is automated, it seems. It was definitely clipped through the thing. We got a thing here. All this mission gear almost makes me feel like a real astronaut. Wait, I'm a real astronaut. So this is an interesting game. Overall, so far. Like I said, in some ways it doesn't feel like a finished game. It's like really rough on a lot of things. And some things it's really good. So probably indie dev with an indie publisher with a limited budget.
Yeah.
Because you know the hero stuff, like the main character and the supporting characters, all are, you know, they have decent character moments and whatnot, texturing and whatnot. A lot of the main kind of hero props have good stuff on them too, good texturing too, good modeling too. Lots of the other stuff, though, are really bad, at least texture-wise. There's a lot of... This has got to be... If this isn't Unreal Engine 4, it's got to be some kind of last-gen engine. There's a lot of popping going on. Meaning levels of detail popping in. And it's like only at certain points, too. And I guess we're going up.
Launch sequence initiated.
Opera team, this is ground control. Proceed with final checks.
Copy, GC. Opera team comms check. Go.
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 Cat, systems check. Oxygen.
Oxygen is go.
Flight.
Flight is go.
Navigation.
Navigation is go.
Ground launch sequencer.
Ground launch sequencer is go.
Fuel.
Fuel is go.
Liquid oxygen.
Liquid oxygen is go.
Power.
Power is go.
Launch sequence functions.
Launch sequence functions are go.
Propellant load check. Good to go. Ryan, airtight seal and cockpit air composition check.
Interesting.
Seal and air composition are go.
Sarah, start fuel cell thermal conditioning.
Conditioning is a go.
Cat, strong back retract.
Wait, where is that?
Strong back successfully retracted.
Sarah, bent off lines.
Lines are vented. We are go.
Starting automatic ground launch sequencer. Sequencer is a go. Cat, retract orbiter access arm.
And where's that?
Orbiter access arm is retracted.
Okay.
Copy. Start auxiliary power units.
Auxiliary power units are go.
Copy. Retract gaseous oxygen vent arm.
This is kind of nuts. The actual...
Unicap retracted.
Opera team, visors down.
Go. Go.
Go.
Go.
Cat, orbiter transfer from ground to internal power.
Transfer complete. We're on internal power.
Sarah, activate launch pad sound suppression system.
All kinds of crazy stuff going on
Suppression
there.
system online. Activating solid fuel thrusters, hydrogen.
We still have a whole bunch of stuff we have to do over here too.
Burn off systems are a go. Cat, initiate solid fuel thruster start.
Solid fuel thrusters are a go.
Copy. Thrusters up. We are go for launch.
Here we go.
Lift off. Lift off.
Cool. This has been an interesting sequence here. So.
Three, this is ground control. Birds in the air, all look green.
Is it must be raining? There's like got stuff zipping past us. So I just gotta wait, I guess. Alright, maybe this is something else. Not sure what. Obviously not rain, because we don't have any rain up here. Max Q. Interesting. Pulling a lot of G's apparently.
Cat, initiate stage 1 separation.
Go.
Copy. Initiate second stage ignition.
Go.
The second stage throttles up.
Go.
Alright. Huh. So there's Earth. So guess we're getting into like a orbit around. I wonder if they're gonna be doing like a gravity slingshot to the hub. That shouldn't, that's not normal. We're leaking some stuff, maybe? Maybe it was. Oh, I think it's RCS, so I have your action control thrusters.
Cutting off second engine. Cat, initiate second stage separation.
And it's away.
Cruise mode system initiated. Yeah, it's our action control thrusters. Okay. I wonder if they're gonna be doing a gravity sling to get to Mars. Or gravity transfer, whatever they're called. Essentially, you're using the gravity of a planet you're orbiting to boost your speed and allow you to get to another place more easily. That's how that goes. That's how Artemis got to the moon recently. Like Artemis 1. So did that kind of thing.
Here we go, Opera Team. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Babe,
It's more than
did you prepare
1,000
philosophical
miles.
quotes for the entire journey, or?
Only like 5 a day.
Oh, good.
Talking like hundreds of thousands of miles.
Wanna see something cool?
Meet me at these skateboards.
You didn't like it?
I mean, it's great, truly.
One small step was already taken, so...
Oh, wow, old school, huh?
You look excited. You never look excited.
Don't be cheeky. I was as frugal as possible when designing this ship. However, I did splurge on one last-minute addition.
A window.
You're really ruining the moment.
Sorry.
Just look.
Huh. Interesting. A lot of debris floating around. And you'd expect to see that, so props for going realistic on it. Well, not realistic, but props for, you know, doing something that you would see, because there'd be a lot of debris. Is that like an Aurora Borealis or something going on over there?
This is what we're doing it
With
for.
the red thing that emanates here?
Right,
Interesting.
Sarah and Ryan are probably settling into their pod. I'll head back to the cockpit.
Be right there.
And this is when something hits the windshield. Or hits the window. Oh, we're back to here. Okay.
Did Claire ever take you this far from the house?
No.
Well, then this hopefully will be a nice surprise. Follow me, Moonbear.
So in the past.
You know what they call these things? Bubblegum coral.
No way.
I swear.
It doesn't look like bubblegum at all.
Well, I mean, it probably did back in the day when they named it. You want to give it a new name?
Poop coral?
Of course. Why would I even ask? You know, Mum loved diving too.
Decades in the future. Still got poo jokes.
Training for space?
Yeah, just like I'm training you to go to space now too.
Cool.
Yep.
Dad, why is it so dirty underwater?
Yeah, I'm afraid we did that.
No way. I never threw anything in the water.
Right, yeah, well, I mean, not you. A lot of other people did. Unfortunately.
Barrels, explosive barrels.
So the water can look nice again.
Well, we might be about 50 to 80 years too late for that, I'm afraid. Okay, we're almost here. Come look. Want to go to space?
What's that?
You heard that too, right?
Yes, I'm in the cockpit checking the diagnostics. Meet me here?
Sure.
Probably should close this window. Huge chunk of debris out there. Pearson. Now, where am I? Where do I need to go to? Oh, here. I think.
We're trying to see why the ACA didn't spot the debris. It should have.
I need eyes on to determine the damage. I'll perform an EVA and let you know, GC.
Copy.
Did the thruster get hit?
Probably. Could you keep an eye on the diagnostics? I'll get ready.
Wait. Let me do it. Look, I need real-life experience out there. Of all the EVAs we could have, this one is pretty safe, right? I mean, I could just casually mention my stellar extravehicular activities training score.
No, it's fine. I think...
It was 94.
Mine was 95.
See, you're so much better with numbers. Best you monitor the diagnostics.
Fine. Just be very careful. We're still in orbit, so watch out for debris.
Got it.
Get prepped at the airlock, and I'll guide you on comms.
Nothing will go wrong here. Nothing will go wrong.
If you find yourself drifting, use your thrusters to correct, and quickly double-check the latch of your left nozzle controller, and when
I've double-checked it, Claire. I'm fine.
I don't think you really double-checked.
Claire, I've got this.
All right. Egress out of the
frame rate things there.
Yeah.
So what's all this from, anyway?
Satellites, mission-related debris, even pieces from Sarah's old station.
Pearson Space Station. From when Rolf survived the breach during the moon mission. Huh. Kind of honored.
What a weird thing to feel honored about. Right, first things first, what can you see? Is there any damage to the thruster?
Yeah, I'd say there is. You got things stuck in it. Looks like the fuel line's destroyed. Looks like we're actually missing an entire thruster, potentially.
There's a huge bit of debris stuck in the thruster. Could be from the space station.
Okay. Is the plating around the base of the thruster damaged?
It's seen better days, but it's holding together.
Good. What about the pipes around the thruster?
Those are done.
They're pretty badly bent.
Okay. They'll need to be cut away if we want the thruster to be even semi-functional. Is the thruster still receiving power?
How do we determine that? Oh, there we go.
It is.
Shut off the power lines before you do anything else. There's a big button in the hatch, just press it, and you're good to go.
Okay.
And watch out for the fuel canisters. If you hit one of those while you're cutting it, well, don't, please.
What do they look like?
The big yellow canisters. Do you see them?
I see them. Don't worry, I'll be careful.
Very careful.
Space, we're, Hard Space Shipbreaker now, boys.
Turn the power off and begin the debris removal.
Okay. Oh, good.
Hey, remember that sunken space station in the bay behind our house?
Yes. Why?
I was just thinking about it earlier. Did Dad ever take you swimming there when you were young?
He did, but not when I was that young.
What do you mean?
Well, never mind. So, anybody you fancy back home?
Wait, what?
Maybe even on the ship.
What? Ryan?
Or Sarah, I don't care.
Apparently not. Least of all that they're married.
You can still have feelings for someone despite the circumstances. I don't know, with everything that's going on with the world, we never really talk about this kind of stuff. Do you ever think about something like love?
Do you?
Good point. I'll be shutting up now.
I don't know. Does that count?
No.
I mean, you would think these things are like fuel lines or something that you can just get rid of, but I guess you can. Maybe there's coolant lines. Still, it'd be kind of bad to get rid of those. Okay. You'd also think you would be able to actually use these thrusters with the nozzles like this. Or the bells. I think they're called nozzles or bells, I'm not sure which. Like, you wouldn't be able to direct the thrust properly, right? Because they'd be shooting out the sides. literally like just hard space right now. Cutting is also kind of annoying. It's not exactly precise on where it's showing the line at. It's like a kind of representative thing, and then you have to figure out where the actual spot is at, right?
Right, it's done. Okay, good job. Turn the power back on and I'll run a diagnostic.
On it.
What about the rest of this pipe running around the outside here? I want to cut the rest of it away. Yeah, see how this goes back into the engine? Space debris. You'd think that wouldn't be operable anymore. Kind of weird. Okay. Oh wait, how's this going? There we go. So there's an order to this? Yeah, okay.
Power's back on. Running diagnostic now. And we're good. Okay. Great job, Kat. Head back inside. Carefully.
Yes.
I feel like this thing's gonna take off. Oh, successful EVA.
Alright, repressurizing now. Here we go.
Permission
What the heck?
granted to regress the airlock member.
Okay, that's interesting. There's like a current there.
Never noticed this one still had LI 900 tiles in it. This thing is really ancient. Oh, anyway, you're gonna love living on the moon, honey.
Really?
Absolutely. You can play in low gravity anytime you want, and there's no school on the moon.
Cool.
No, I mean, you know, you'll get some form of schooling when you're there, of course. Wait, this unit still used piston doors. How old is this girl?
Okay. I guess we just go off on our own then, huh?
A cockpit.
Let me guess there's gonna be a body in there.
Beep beep. Beep.
Just the red button.
Dad? Dad?
What is it? Where are you?
I don't know. Help!
Where are you? Moonbear? Where are you?
Well, this is
Please
gone
help
bad.
me.
Kathy! Hold on!
I'm scared.
I'm him. I'm gonna get you out of there.
Dad!
Kathy! Kathy!
This has gone from bad to worse. Moon Bear. Sarah, don't tell her why not. She knows where the word comes from, never the end of it. It's still a cool TV show. Oh yeah, but it's ancient. Kathy will have a field day calling me old. We are old, not old. Imzadi? Imzadi. That's sort of the rings, right? I think. Isn't it? Maybe I'm wrong. But you have to let me know if, so I can make you some gelatinous space coffee for your drink bag. Jesus, that was you. Yes, I'm okay. Things happen more frequently. Are you sure? You're okay? Yes. I'll leave the cockpit. Goodbye. Interesting. Starting procedures. Oh, some Mars. Whoa.
What now?
What was that?
Thruster.
Same thruster.
Yeah.
How bad is it?
Bad, sis.
One broken thruster could send us completely off course. I'll suit up.
Let me do it. I'm already out of torpor.
No, it's much too dangerous.
Claire, we have to act fast. I'm going.
Please be careful. I'll head to the cockpit to guide you.
Copy.
So now what? Oh, jeez. Yeah, that thing got totally boned. That's what I thought would happen. It's like, you know, how would they actually, you know, use that thruster all jacked up like that?
Sis, I don't think we can salvage this thruster. It's taking severe damage.
Diagnostics say the same. You'll have to cut it away.
Damn.
Are you sure?
In this state, it's a bigger liability if it stays attached to the ship.
Copy.
Turn the power off before you do.
Oh, why not? So let's cut into it while it's still connected to main. Could go wrong.
Claire, I can't turn the power off from here.
Okay.
Okay. You need to cut the power cable connected to the thruster. You can't miss it.
What could go wrong? What could go wrong? I probably should start with the side that's going closer to the thruster and not the one that's going away.
I'm through. Power is off.
Right, now the tricky part. You need to cut the thruster from the ship. Slow and steady.
Copy.
Oh, good. Without blowing up these barrels, huh? I questioned the use of the engine like that. Didn't seem like it was gonna be as, you know, I mean, they didn't have any choice, obviously, but still. You gotta be, let's start from over here. Be careful with this one. There's that thing right there. The hell are these pod things? Okay. That didn't really matter so much. Except now it's kind of in the way. Shove off. So wait, those are just floating out there now, huh? Cool. Space debris. So now what do we do with these? Just cut these? Gotcha. And again, try not to shoot the barrels, because that'd be bad. Okay, that's probably a little more risky than needed to do, but. Oh! Okay. I don't think that was me. I think that was supposed to happen. That thing's about to blow, I know. Oh, we got a crack.
Talk to me! Cat!
Claire, my visor.
What's going on?
My visor's cracked. Claire, I'm losing air.
Get back here now! Get to the airlock!
Come on.
Oh, the engine's gone.
Cat, get over here!
Well, we're gonna make it. So is this like a... I wonder if I could just stop here. So we've gone... It's almost 2 hours now. I think this is like an autosave point. Okay, so... Let's go ahead and rate the game. Well, first of all, general impressions. Pretty interesting. Graphics are not, you know, super good. That was kind of weird. Like the tree was like doing weird things. I don't know if that was supposed to happen or what. But it seems like it seems like this is an indie game by an indie dev, and they had like a limited budget, so they were focusing on certain things and not others. But there are a lot of little interesting glitches and things that I noticed throughout playing the first part of the game here. Also, like the textures on some stuff are not that good. The textures on like the secondary characters that aren't part of the main story are just kind of bland and they look bad compared to like the main character textures. That said, the character models in general aren't that high quality. This looks like maybe a PS or like an early PS4, maybe late PS3 game. Generally, maybe mid PS3 era, kind of 2008, 2010 sort of, you know, quality of the like the models and the art, the textures and the models and stuff. Controls feel okay. Some really interesting mechanics in the game. Story is interesting. I forgot to mention what we're going to be looking for. So in adventure games, you're looking at the story mainly, and at the art design. Those are the two things that like are most important to adventure games like this. And then gameplay stuff comes in second. Maybe audio too, on certain circumstances, depending on the type of game. Like if it's a game that's using audio for a lot of things, then audio would be like as important as gameplay, or maybe even art, depending on the type of game. But this one isn't that kind of game. Yeah, so let's go ahead and give this ratings. Not graphics, game design and game mechanics. So just to kind of reiterate what game design is. Game design and mechanics include both what, you know, the controls, which, you know, the actual gameplay stuff like the cutting tools and whatnot, but also like things like, you know, the engine itself, how it runs, how the engine runs, performance, any kinds of bugs that you see graphically or just in general bugs or graphics or anything get counted here, as well as stuff like you know, weird controls and things of that nature, right? Things that contribute to the gameplay. You controlling the character, you doing things, and things that happen around that within the game engine. So, as far as that goes, I have to rate this on gameplay and game mechanics and design. I have to rate this a 5.5. There are enough things here and there that are just kind of weird, like the character models glitching around, some kind of buggy placement of models and things that don't quite line up properly, things that are just a little bit too big or a little bit too small in terms of like how the worlds are built, and how they interact, and like clipping through each other and that kind of stuff, to warrant dropping it down to a 5.5. It's not bad by any means. It's just okay. You know, to kind of re-level set what the scale is, a really bad game that's totally broken that you can't play is a 1. A game that's okay but has problems, it's playable, is a 5. In between a 1 and a 5 is stuff like, you know, games that are playable but have really bad performance, like drop, you know, frame rates in the 15s or something like that. Game mechanics that are really buggy that prevent you from easily playing the game. but it's still playable. A 1 to 2 are reserved for, or 2 and lower is reserved for games that are not playable, either barely playable or not playable at all. Anything above a 2 is a game that is playable but has a lot of problems, right? This game is kind of in the middle of that. It's playable, doesn't have that many performance issues really. It's just a lot of little things that add up into a system that feels like it was rushed, wasn't fully finished, and could have used a lot more patching. And this game came out, I think, a month or a half ago or something. It's been out for a while, and it hasn't been, none of that stuff's been patched out yet. So I don't have any anticipation that it will be patched out in the end. Maybe it will, who knows? But it definitely doesn't feel like a finished game, or at least a game that's made by a studio that put a ton of effort into fixing the little bugs, right? And so yeah, 5.5 out of 10. Art design. So for art design, again, it's kind of weird. There are things that look really good and things that look really bad. And again, I think it's just up to it's down to the dev team using money on certain things and having to not use it on other things, right? Because indie publisher, they don't have a ton of money to like throw at stuff. You can't make like those kinds of studios can't make a Final Fantasy 16 level game, right? Or Final Fantasy 7 Remake level game. Things look like they should. Start with that. They don't look out of place. Nothing has really looked too bad in terms of like that. For the most part, the textures are okay. Like this rock texture here is a little bit iffy. It's like, a little bit, looks a little bit stretched and low quality. Whoa, look at this tree here. You see this thing right now? It was just like moving around. That's a... Yeah, see, there it goes again right there. So either that's intentional because... No, there's no way that's intentional. That's something they didn't do something with the mesh in the engine they're using. I think this might be Unreal Engine 4, potentially. But they didn't like lock down the mesh or something, so like the breeze is blowing the entire trunk around. See, it's and look at the limbs coming off the tree here. What the hell? And this is like a dream sequence almost after she's like been hypoxic. So I don't know if that's intended to be like that or not. I have to assume not, because I've seen like a lot of this stuff throughout the game. Right? It's little things that are really strange that shouldn't be happening. That are little like bugs in the engine and the graphics of the game. So I got to assume these are bugs too, and these shouldn't be happening either. So yeah, there's like stuff like this where they obviously haven't built things correctly, right? They like have used the tools and can build the engine, build the game in the engine, but they don't understand all of the tools that they have, and they've enabled or not enabled things that are causing this kind of stuff to happen. So I'm gonna have to go with a 4 in art design, not because of things looking bad, but because one, the character models are really even like the main character's character model here, right? Very plastic looking, not a lot of detail. Even the older version of her. The secondary characters look like they came out of a Source era game, like Source 2 era game. Not quite as bad as stuff in like Half-Life 2 in terms of like the clothing textures and stuff like that, but they look kind of bad. And again, I understand it's an indie studio that has, money constraints probably, but at the same time, they tried to make a game outside of their budget, and because of that, it seems that lots of things suffered from it, right? And this thing's just like irking the hell out of me. This is so weird. So art design, while things look good and things are generally okay, there's a lot of, again, as with the gameplay, there's a lot of small things that are adding up to a lower score. So I'm going to go with a 4 out of 10 on art design. Not because the style is wrong or anything like that, but because there's a lot of weird glitches and things. Well, the character designs aren't that good, and this like there's a lot of like secondary characters and a lot of like secondary terrain, we'll call it non-hero objects in the game that aren't well done either. And again, it's probably because they tried to go too large on scale and they didn't have the money to do it, and as a result, lots of things suffered from it. And you have to count down on that because that's technically it's also part of the game design stuff, right? If your development plan is too big for the budget you have, you have not planned the game correctly. You have to plan to your budget, like here, this kind of thing right here. It's just so friggin' weird. So 4 out of 10. Let's see, audio, sound design. Sound design in this game is really good. I like the use of sounds in space because that's how it should be. There's enough there to make things interactive, right? But there's not so much that it's like a Hollywood sort of Hollywoodification of space. You really shouldn't hear anything in space, except for maybe feel vibrations, potentially if you're nearby something that's like got a lot of vibration going on. But even then, probably not. But you wouldn't really hear anything because there's no, sound doesn't travel in space. So they at least went for some realism there, which is good. So it's good to see that. A little more realistic kind of space stuff. Sound effects sound okay. Voice acting is good. The audio they use in the background and during cutscenes and stuff is good. So I'm going to give audio design, sound design in this game a 7 out of... Let's go 8 out of 10. It's 8 out of 10. It's pretty good. Story. So far the story's been pretty cool. I liked how they're building things up and kind of piecing things together as you go along. Like, I assume we're going to learn through the process, like, what happened between the beginning of the game and where we ended up after that first opening sequence. And explain, like, what the hell happened. And why, they kind of already have, but not really, fully. We're kind of also, like, we're seeing these spans between those 2 points, too, and kind of getting a better idea of what's been going on, as well as we're going through the game. So kind of like, they're using, stilted kind of narrative, style to kind of give us the backstory and the exposition as we're going through, which I like. One of the most cool sequences in the game so far has been like the takeoff sequence where you had to do all the stuff. That was pretty cool. Hopefully we have another one of those at some point. Really felt immersive and pulled me into like that moment. So it's pretty cool. So far the story is interesting. It's got quite a bit of a hook on it, like the beginning part, like when he takes off in the ship and leaves you behind. That's like it's like a huge story. It's like what the hell is going on, kind of thing. So it's very effective, and kind of building up. And now we're kind of going there. We're trying to figure out what's going on, and I assume things are not going to go to plan based on what's happened right now, but I don't know what's going to happen after this moment. But I have to assume we have to go down. We're going to find out that something happened to them while they were down here. So all the three of them that left are probably dead. That's my guess. We have to figure out what happened, and maybe something like malfunctioned, and so they sent the distress signal, and we have to fix things and then bring the arcs back to Earth. Is what I'm guessing is going to happen, and where the story is going to go. This is where these kind of stories usually goes. Like, something has happened, you go to investigate, you have to then figure out how to fix it, and then the story can end. It can wrap up and end. So for the story in this game, I'll give it a 8 out of 10 so far. I don't think I can go higher than 8 out of 10. But I do think it has the potential to go up to maybe a 9 by the time it's done. So overall, this is kind of a wild one because we got some pretty drastic scores here, right? On one hand, on the art and the gameplay, we're pretty low, 5.5, 4. On the other side of things, on the art, on the audio and the story side of things, are pretty high, 7 and an 8. So overall, I think I have to, considering all that stuff together, considering all the problems we have and how that impacts the other kind of the other higher categories and how that kind of impacts immersion and your enjoyment of playing the game. I think I have to give this a 6 out of 10 total overall. The high stuff really lifts up the score, the low stuff really drops it, and at the end of the day it kind of cancels each other out, and it's about in the middle overall on the score, I think. If they fix all the stuff that I've seen that we've seen so far in this that's wrong, that's weird, this could be easily be like a 8 out of 10 game total overall as like a final review score. If they don't fix it, it's probably when I play through all the way through it and give the final review, it'll probably still be like a 6, maybe 7 out of 10 would be the highest it could go with all the other problems. Because the story and the audio stuff would like lift it up that little extra bit. Or things get really drastically worse on the art and the gameplay and game design, then I could see the score dropping maybe to a 5 potentially. But yes, otherwise this is an interesting game story-wise and like the audio-wise, but the other things drag it way down. If they could fix that stuff, they'd have a pretty decent game on their hands. But yeah, that's my review for this game. My first impressions review for the game. We'll be checking more of this out later. I think I played the first game on stream a while ago, so I might actually play through the rest of that first before we get to this. But it doesn't seem like you need to have played that game to get to understand this game. They've kind of done a good job of separating them and giving you the context of what happened in the first game. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, comments, questions below. Would appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time for... I think we'll probably be checking out maybe Noita, potentially. Yeah, so see you then. Till then, this is Zombie Games, and I'll catch you guys later.